Ever said treat and your cat came running like lightning? Or maybe you whispered vet and poof, your cat vanished? Well, here's the cool part. Science says your cat actually understands more words than you think. Not just your mood, but real words. Hey, fellow cat parent, ever feel like your cat is ignoring you on purpose? You're not alone. Cats can be a mystery, cute, quiet, and full of secrets. But here's the thing. A study from Tokyo University found something amazing. Cats can recognize certain human words, even their own names. In this video, we'll look at 7 words your cat truly understands, why they matter, and how you can use them to bond better with your cat. Make sure to watch till number 6. It might explain why your cat watches you like they pay the bills. 1. Their name. Let's kick things off with the most obvious one, your cat's name. You might already suspect your cat knows it. But here's the cool part. Science says it's true. In a study by researchers at Tokyo University, cats were tested to see how they react when their names were spoken, mixed in with other words. The results? Most of them clearly responded to their own name. Not just when you say it, but even when a stranger does. So it's not just about the tone or emotion in your voice. They recognize the specific sound of their name. That's pretty amazing. Now here's where it gets interesting. Knowing their name doesn't mean they'll actually come running every time. Cats aren't like dogs. They're not built to obey. They're built to choose. Want your cat to actually show up when you call? Try pairing their name with something positive. Say it before you feed them or before you hand over a treat or a toy. Eventually, their name becomes a signal. Something good is coming. This is called positive reinforcement, and it works like a charm with most pets, including cats. Let's say your cat's name is Milo. If Milo yars you food, snuggles, or playtime, your cat's going to perk up every time you say it. But if Milo your bath time, medicine, or a vet trip, well, they might start pretending their name is something else entirely. Here's a funny example. A friend of mine has a cat named Whiskers. One day she shouted, "Whiskers," across the room. The cat made eye contact, held it for 3 seconds, and then turned around and walked away. Like, I heard you. I'm just not in the mood. So yes, your cat knows their name, but whether or not they respond, that's on their terms. 2. Treat. Now, let's talk about a word that almost every cat reacts to. Treat. Say it once and watch what happens. Ears perk up, tail twitches, paws start moving. Cats might not understand the meaning of treat like we do, but they're experts at sound association. When they hear treat, and then see you reach for that crunchy goodness, they connect the two. The sound of the word, the rustle of the bag, the happy moment after. It's a pattern. And cats are brilliant at recognizing patterns. Here's a quick story. My friend's cat, Luna, loses her mind when she hears treat. One time, Luna was curled up, half asleep on the couch. A commercial came on the TV and someone said the word treat. She jumped up, ran to the kitchen, and started pawing at the drawer where the treats are kept. And this wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't the bag. It wasn't the tone of voice. It was the word. Plain and simple. What's even crazier? Some cats react even if you whisper it. Try this. Go into another room and quietly say, treat. There's a good chance your cat will show up like they were summoned by magic. This is also why consistency matters. If you say treat and then don't actually give one, eventually your cat may stop reacting. They're smart, and they don't like being lied to. So if your cat responds to treat, that's not a fluke. It's a sign they're listening, learning, and remembering. 3. No, sort of. This next one is a bit more complicated. The word no, does your cat understand it? Yes, but not in the way you think. Unlike dogs, cats don't naturally obey commands like sit or stop. They're more independent. But that doesn't mean they're ignoring you completely. Cats do learn what no means, mostly by tone, not by the word itself. Say no in a calm, soft voice, and they'll probably just blink at you. Say it with firmness, like no, or a quick and that grabs their attention. Why? Because cats are tuned in to how things sound. They listen for urgency, pitch, and emotional energy. So when they scratch the couch or try to jump on the table and you respond with a sharp, clear no, they'll pause, think, and sometimes walk away. But here's a tip. If you're always yelling no for everything, it becomes background noise. It loses its meaning. Instead, reserve it for moments that really matter. Use the same tone every time. And always follow it with a redirect, like a toy or a scratching post. Also, don't expect instant results. Cats are stubborn. But if you're consistent, they'll start making the connection. So, does your cat understand no? Kind of. But it's not about the word, it's about the way you say it. 4. Come, or any recall word. Yep, you heard that right. You can train your cat to come when called. And no, it's not some rare superpower. It just takes consistency and rewards. Pick a simple word, like come, here, or even a whistle or click. Every time your cat comes to you after hearing it, reward them. Give a treat, or some cuddles, or playtime. Whatever your cat loves most. Over time, they'll start to connect that sound with something good. And eventually, they'll start showing up when you call, even without a treat in your hand. In rural areas of Japan, cats are often fed outside. People call their names or clap, and guess what? The cats come running. Not because they're obedient, but because they've learned the routine. Fun fact. In some experiments, cats responded faster than dogs when they heard a food cue. Why? Because when food's on the line, cats are motivated. They just act cool about it. Here's a tip. Use your recall word around positive moments. Don't say come and then give them medicine or force them into the carrier. That breaks the trust. Instead, make it fun. Let come be the doorway to something good. That's how you build a bond and get them to actually respond. 5. Outside. This one's for the indoor-outdoor cats, or the ones who are obsessed with the balcony. Say, outside, and your cat suddenly becomes very alert. They start pacing near the door, tail up, ears forward, eyes wide. For cats, outside is more than a word. It's a world of smells, sounds, and freedom. If your cat has access to the outdoors, even just a little, they quickly associate the word outside with adventure. And again, it's all about routine. Say outside every time before you open the door, and your cat will start linking that sound to what happens next. Here's a funny thing to watch for. If you say outside just to mess with them and don't actually open the door, they'll get mad. Like, visibly annoyed. Why? Because cats expect consistency. If you break that pattern, they feel betrayed. So, if your cat knows the word outside, that's not a coincidence. It's learned behavior. And it shows how observant and clever they really are. 6. Vet, or words tied to the carrier. Now let's talk about a word that sends chills down your cat's spine. Vet. Or maybe it's not even the word itself. It's the moment you walk into the room holding that plastic carrier. The second your cat hears vet and sees you approaching with that box, they're already halfway under the bed. But here's what's wild. Cats learn to associate not just sights and smells, but actual words with stressful events. If you say vet every time you take them for a checkup, they'll connect the dots. And even if you try to say it in a soft voice, they know. Remember the Tokyo study? It showed that cats pick up not just tone, but meaning too. Especially when a word is tied to a repeated experience. And yes, they read your mood. If you're nervous or tense, they can feel that energy. So what can you do? Try saying something neutral, or spell it, like VET. Most cats can't spell, at least not yet. Also, bring the carrier out on normal days, not just vet days. Let them nap in it. Toss in a toy or blanket. Turn it from scary box into safe space. That way, the word vet won't send them into full panic mode. 7. Dinner, or food. Finally, the one word that every cat definitely understands. Dinner, or food, or hungry. Any variation of the word works, as long as it's consistent. Say dinner, and they'll show up like clockwork. Rub against your leg. lead you to the bowl, maybe even yell at you for being late. Cats don't need a watch. They're masters of time, especially when it comes to meals. True story, my neighbor's cat, Missy, appears at 6 p.m. every single day. She sits near the fridge and meows until someone says, "Dinner." No one taught her that word. She just learned, because every time someone said it, food appeared. This is another example of pattern learning. Cats aren't listening for grammar. They're listening for what comes next. So, if food equals dinner time, your cat will pick that up in no time. Here's a little tip. Use these food-related words at the same time every day. It builds trust. Your cat starts to feel safe and secure because they know what to expect. So, how many of these words does your cat understand? Tell me in the comments. What's the weirdest word your cat reacts to? I'd love to hear. Want more cat tips? Check out our next video, 10 Hidden Cat Body Language Cues You're Probably Missing. It'll totally change the way you understand your kitty. And hey, if you love your cat and want to get smarter about how to care for them, don't forget to subscribe to FurryNest. We're all about helping pet parents just like you. It's free, and trust me, your cat would want you to. Hit like, drop a comment, and share this with another cat lover. Thanks for hanging out. And remember, your cat might be quiet, but they're always listening.